Great. Hey, everybody. It is Sunday, March the 10th, and this is our Sunday evening team Zoom and training. And I always like to start it out by kind of talking about things that are going on. And one of the things that I've discovered, and it's something brand new, and I sent out an email to everybody about something called cookies. Not Oreo, not chocolate chip, but internet cookies, right? And if you don't know what that is, if that term is not familiar to you, it is a breadcrumb, if you will. So when you go to Google or you go to Bing or you go to any of the search engines and you pull down a website, that website will leave a cookie on your computer so that it's easy for you to go and find that website again. Now, when one of your prospects, however, goes that you've, convinced to try the coffee or look at the opportunity, and all of a sudden they get excited about it and they go up and search for some information, just to go read some information, and they click on a website, they usually click on the ones that are ranked the highest, right, in the search engine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. And so they're going to get some distributors, some Valentis distributors' website, and they're going to read some information. That website is going to drop a cookie on their computer. When that person decides that they're going to become a rep or become a customer, and you send them a link, guess what happens? Your link is not, your computer doesn't pay any attention to your link. It takes them back to that distributors that they searched. It takes them back to their website. And if a person's not, isn't really paying attention as to who the referring Valentis distributor is, and we've seen a lot of people get sponsored by the wrong people. Of course, we can always get all of that fixed if we know about it, and if we know about it on time. It can't waste. It can't wait for weeks or months. So you definitely want to pay attention. And you might even ask your prospect. I mean, we've had brothers, sisters, cousins, mothers, all sponsored by other people because they didn't pay attention to who the referring Valentis representative was, and they got sponsored by XYZ distributor, right? So, and then we had to go unravel all of those things. I guess cookies, serve a function. I don't particularly like the way that works, but then again, who am I to, nothing that I can change there. So we just have to be more in tune with all of that. I'm sure all of you heard the Saturday call. If you didn't, you can go to valentiscalls.com and listen to Dave Jordan. He was a little choked up in the beginning, and then he got on a roll. It sounds as if Dave is seriously planning for the future. And, I'm so tickled to hear him talk about that, and not only talk about it, but, move into action. I mean, 100,000 square foot building and hiring all kinds of people, and, just staying ahead because by the time, and I've experienced this a couple of times in my career, by the time you need the space, by the time you need the people, it's too late. You're already, you're in a world of hurt because when you go from 40 million, or you go from 8 million a month in sales to 10 million or 12 million, right? Or 15 million, then, it's Katie bar the door. I mean, then it's, you got to have the space, you got to have the people, you got to have all of those things. Otherwise it impacts the field. So I'm sure glad Dave is seeing the handwriting on the wall because, as you know, I mean, the projections that we've talked about, and I'm going to go through a little presentation here in a second, you know, $40 to $50 million this year, I think that's a slam dunk. I think that that is a very conservative number. 400, 500 million next year is a 10-time growth. So you've got to be ready for a 10x growth, right? The next year, 800, 900 million dollars in sales, and then the next year, $1 billion plus. So I see all of those numbers happening. And you know what drives all of that? What drives this momentum and this vertical growth are income stories and product testimonials. You know, and we've got both. I mean, people are making money, people are getting results, and you know, it's just going to continue and continue and continue. So, hey, you know, what I want to do is